Let's get it. I've actually had this little surprise for quite a while now. I just haven't really uploaded a video because I've been stuck at work. You know, I've been busy doing a lot of stuff, but it's finally time to actually get all that started. We got something for the car and I'm gonna show you guys in a bit. We have to unbox it first, but wow, like, okay you guys, so now to hit home with the question that a lot of you guys have with owning a 6th gen Camaro like mine, building it and everything like that. So obviously a lot of you guys, you know, are looking, or you guys are in the market to buy a nice little Camaro like this one. It could be an SS, a 1 Elite, you know, a 2SS, whatever it is. It has to apply to the SS though, because this is what my model is, my trim, I'm sorry. And so you have to apply to an SS, 1 Elite, SS, or a 2SS. So for those who ask all the time, you know, does it cost a lot? Does it, you know, like, how can you afford a car like that? Being, well, when I got the car, I was 18. Now I am currently 20, so I've been having a car for 2 years, thank God. And they asked me like, oh, you're like pretty young, you know, you're doing everything on your own. And I'm gonna show you guys how I personally did it, or how I'm doing it to keep up with the payments, which, you know, technically we can't afford these cars, because if we could afford them, we could buy them 2 or 3 times. But we are financing the car, so we are able to afford basically the loan, right? And in order for us to do that, you know, we have to have steady income. I can show you guys what I've done to the car, the mods, the, you know, the payments due, insurance, everything. I'm add up and I'm gonna give you guys a grand total of this right here, everything that I've done and everything I have on order for it. Stay tuned, and yeah, let me give you guys some videos of the car before we get started and talk about everything. Alright, so we're gonna get a little cold start right here. She looks beautiful, guys. Exactly why I didn't want to turn it on the clip that was before this one, because it was just too early. Now you guys can see that the sun is coming out. Still pretty cold, still super loud. I'm literally yelling at the camera. Oh yeah. Oh, you guys, I tell you, there is nothing like driving this car. It's so much fun, but like, it's just so hard to see out of sometimes that, you know, like, it just kills the fun, to be honest. Gotta be super careful. Okay, we made it. Yeah. We're gonna make our way to the store real quick. We got Mia right over there. Yeah. I love this car, guys. I just love this car. Oh, you guys hear that? Wow, guys. Okay, you guys, we're back for sure. We're back now. I know this video is probably all over the place or whatever, but we got the little journal right here. We got all the math done. We got Shadow right there looking so nice, so clean. And we're gonna be going over now how much I've spent in the last 2 years, and basically how much it takes to afford one of these cars, and as well as modding it the way I did. So I mean, it's not gonna be for everybody, it's not gonna be applying to exactly everybody, but without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so as we come here to the vehicle, the most visible thing that you can see has to be that front bumper. It is a ZL1 1LE replica. So that actually, guys, that hit for I believe it was like $900 all said and done, like almost like $1,000. So let's just round it out to $1,000 for that. to get it painted, because I mean I did get a color match to the mosaic black of the car. Shout out to Look Auto Body for doing that for me. They charged me $300 because they had we had like an agreement on something that they owed me, so huge shout out on that. So regularly they would charge about $600 to $700 to paint a front bumper the way they did for mine, but they hooked it up. It was $300, so all said and done, that front bumper came out to be $1,300. So now the second thing I would like to go over has to be this front splitter. Yes, it was used. It has, you know, it's a little dings and dongs, but I got it for a really good price because these go for around $450 to sometimes a little bit more. I got mine for $250 alongside with that carbon mirror cover. So we got that for $250. I still have to touch it up and all that, but that's $250. So I'm gonna be adding everything to the list, you guys, and we're gonna come out with grand total price for the car. So next thing here in the front has to be that tow hook. That is number one of two that I have. I have a red one and I have this blue one. I love this beautiful blue because it matches like all the little accents I am now adding to the car. I also wrapped the whole like crash bar right there. So I'll get into like the whole miscellaneous wraps and all of that later. $30, so $60 and two tow hooks right there. You can get these are the cheap ones. I got the I got this at like eBay. I love the color. I think it's fine. I'm sorry, not eBay. I got this Amazon. Amazon is where you get these, because we have one, or the page ZL1 add-ons has one, but it's $100 and all it says is just tow right here, which I don't really care to be, you know, all like, you know, pricey about things. So just the way it looks to me is fine. Okay guys, so the next visible thing has to be the hood wrap. Another hookup, but I'm gonna tell you what this goes retail. So these go for $250. So we got it done at Magic Auto Shine. This guy named Gustavo, which I do have to give him credits. I believe he goes by the name of Notorious Wraps. He did the whole like roof, I'm sorry, the whole hood. He wrapped it himself at Magic Auto Shine. So without them, this shop right here, this wouldn't be possible. They do anything that you need. So that came out to be $250 for a matte finish on the hood. Moving on, the headlights, I don't have it currently, but I'm gonna throw up some clips of when I did have a tint. It's been quite, you know, it's been quite a couple times that I actually install tint and remove it because it's just too dark, and sometimes I end up not liking it, but then I miss it. It's a love-hate relationship with that. But I did throw it on 3 times, and each vinyl tint comes around to be $20, so I've spent like $60 in total in those past 2 years. As we come around, you guys can see that I have blacked out or murdered out side markers. Those are free. My friend Gabriel gave them to me, so those came out to be free. But here we have aftermarket wheels, and this is where it gets really pricey. So the wheels, Cali Wheels hooked it up. He got me these wheels for $2,500, you know, which is, I guess, like, I don't know, market value. I'm not too sure. Paint caliper, those, you know, to get your you know, your calipers painted, that goes for around $250, I believe, at you know, a shop like Cali Wheels. And the crazy thing is, these tires I got separately, so those are $1,000 themselves because I got all 4 rubbers. These actually, the wheels that my car was sitting on were Pirellis and Hancocks in front. So I had to go get these new, and the older ones also costed me about $1,000. So I'd say for the wheels, just the wheels and tires, the first set had to be $3,500, and for this set has to be another $1,000 plus obviously the $250 that I got the calipers painted for. I have to say that the next big thing has to be the window tint. I got 5% all around. As you can see, obviously in the back it gets a little darker. In the front it is dark, it's just that the way the light's hitting it, you can still see a little bit through the inside. But I got 5% all around, and I believe a well done job costs you from $450 to $500. Let's just say I got mine done for $450. That's the price that you have to pay to get your windows tinted, which is illegal actually. So if you're not looking to get pulled over anytime soon, don't be doing that. That comes with this little brawl as well. So $450 for window tint, you guys, and we carry on. So the rear end, you guys, I love the rear end as well. I just feel like, you know, this car is getting better and better every single time I add something to it, at least from my opinion. Don't mind the little header right there, that's for my Mustang. But the little I guess like extensions back here, that's not real carbon actually, that's plastic. I got those for, I believe, 12 bucks on that. I believe I got on eBay. And it's super cool. It matches the carbon weave perfectly, actually, and it makes the car look really, really nice. And that's plastic, so there goes that. Next big thing has to be the wing. So this wing right here, I got it for $700 when they first came out, Extreme Online store. So I got my wing for, yeah, you guys, they're like around $400 now. I got this for, like, all said and done, shipped to my house and everything after tax, $700. That's what I remember spending. And you know, I'm kind of mad about it, but it's whatever. You know, they had just came out and I wanted one, so I paid the price. But there you go, you guys wanted a wing, $700. That's how much I spent on my car. Okay guys, so the tail lights, my car didn't come standard with these. I'm gonna throw up a clip with the red lights. So my car, I got these off of a friend that I met. Actually, he had just gotten a ZL1 himself, and he had an extra set of these laying around, and he said, hey, like, I'll sell them to you. I said, cool, how much? He said $250. It was $250, all said and done. Okay, you guys, so now we come around to the exhaust here, the exhaust area. So the tips right here are actually not really, like, they don't have a brand. I got them off of a muffler shop. They do look pretty cool. They're 4-inch tips. The only thing I am starting to not like about them as I see them is that they don't open as wide. Like, the ending right here is not as opened as like the ZL1 tips, which make the ZL1 look super nice. But I mean, they do the job. They look fantastic. The only thing I'm starting to not like, these plus all the work done is $300. So I removed the muffler and I got these tips for $300, all said and done. The fins that I have on the car are actually homemade by my father, so shout out to my dad, thank you so much. I believe the material costed him about $50, and then it was around like $20 for the paint, and yeah, so he did all of that. And we already had the whole the little like bolts, so like, because I had other fins back then, which I should include those were, I believe, $30. So we also have the custom license plate, so that comes to be I believe $50 every single time you renew your tags. So that goes included now. Every single time you want to, you know, renew your tags, $50 extra. I don't know if you guys remember, but I had also wrapped the whole car with vinyl. It was satin black, which actually looked fantastic. We got the roll for, I believe it was like $700. So we got the whole roll. We wrapped it ourselves. Let me throw up a clip real quick. I'm not even gonna count the tools and all that. It was like $700. So if you guys see, I have 1, 2, 3. On the other side, I have a sticker that says Camaro, as well as here on the wing it says Shadow and then Camaro. So on stickers, it's not a lot of money, but I just spent, you know, a little bit more because I have, you know, plans of selling them eventually. So I spent around $200 on just stickers for my car and everything that goes on it. So around $200 for that. Where it gets really, really pricey again, you guys. So I just ordered bags for the car. I ordered, you know, a full set of bags, like, yes, like full air suspension for the car. Oh, and I forgot to mention, okay, so we have full bags for the car. So it's gonna be squatting for sure now it's gonna be down to the ground. And those came out to be on a Black Friday special. Those came out to be $1,700. And I forgot to mention, I also bought springs for this car. It's sitting on springs. I don't know if you guys can see. Let me try the front real quick. So this car is where is it? Can you guys see the springs? It's kind of hard to see the springs, huh? Oh, right there. So this thing's sitting on springs, and those came out to be, I believe, $300. So yeah, you guys, this is, you know, how much it takes to, you know, make a car look the way it does as mine sits. And I bought a new hood, and that's gonna hit me a little hard as well. That's gonna hit me for $1,400, I believe. I'm not gonna tell you which one it is, but it is carbon, so just expect that to be in a vlog near you. And I mean, for the most part, that's gonna be covering everything that goes as far as looks, because that's the way the car sits. I have to go over the whole insurance thing and the whole basically gas and services on the car. So let's get started with that in a bit. Okay, you guys, so going back, so insurance, since I got the car, full coverage for when I was either under my dad's insurance and when I transferred to my own insurance, I believe it stayed around the same. Full coverage on this car here in California, in Campbell, California, has to be like around 180 full coverage. So that, if I did my math right, you guys, so 180 times 24 months of paying, you know, the car insurance, that comes out to be $4,320 in the 2 years that I own it. So it is a huge amount, but you obviously don't feel it because, you know, you're paying it, well, at least I'm paying it monthly, so I feel like it works a lot better for me like that. Now services on the car, I've done 2 services on it, which you know, basic oil changes for the engine. Those hit for around all said and done parts and everything done, 130. So I've done 2 of those, so that's gonna be 260. And remember, guys, I'm gonna give you guys a grand total of everything. And car payments, so I pay $500 a month for this car, obviously, you know, being a little bit over what is due. And for the past 24 months, which is 2 years, I have been giving that amount, and that comes out to be $12,000. So in those 2 years, that's $12,000 that I've paid for this car, not counting the down payment. And yeah, you guys, so that's what it takes. And for those of you asking, like, what do I do for a living? I am actually just a basic construction worker. You know, I spend most of my time working, and when I have like a opportunity to work a weekend, to work overtime, I take it because it's benefits, it's a lot more money. And I invest most of my money for YouTube, for this little thing right here. And it's a slow, you know, it's a slow little investment. It's not gonna hit me right back, you know, anytime soon, but it is something that I believe strongly in, so I want to keep doing that. And there's really nothing much to it. I just work and I sell stuff on the side, and I don't even get paid a lot. So if I could do it, any of you guys can do it. And let's go ahead and sum up the whole total, you guys, and we'll be on our way. Okay guys, so the grand total for everything that I just mentioned earlier comes out to be, you know, not counting what I owe for the car still, because I still owe, I wouldn't say a lot, but I owe, you know, I owe like a good amount of money. But everything in those past 2 years, including oh, I forgot, and gas, you guys, gas, I spend around we did the math, I spend around $40 a week of gas on this car. And let me make the math. So as I was saying, I average spend about $40 per week of gas, you know, so it's just like an average. I can't really tell you guys how much I've spent in the past years, but I spent $40. That's it's 160, you know, a week, and that has to come out to times 24. I believe that is that comes out to be I believe $3,840 in the span of 2 years. So I forgot to include as well that the only like real services that I had, you know, to do to this car is actually just this one bearing that snapped on me, and I had to replace it. That was $100, and we did the work ourselves, so it wasn't really anything. $100 just to replace that little part, and she's smooth to go. And so all that being said and done, you guys, we come out with the grand total of 2 years. I've spent $38,130 to have this car sitting where it's sitting, driving it every day, enjoying it every day, you know, adding, and that's not counting, you know, all the little things you add, take off, because they're just too small to count. But for the most part, that's what it takes to have, you know, a car looking like this after you bought it completely stock. Now, is it worth it? A lot of you guys are gonna be like, you know, is it worth it spending this much amount of money? I personally believe it's more than worth it when, you know, your happiness is involved. You know, when something like an investment can be your happiness, because I drive this car and I fall in love every day with it, as if it were like the first time I took it out. So with that being said, do I believe that, you know, it's worth it? I believe so. I really do, because, you know, like I said, I'm investing the money that I am investing, the money that I am actually working with, and on the side I have fun. But like, regardless, if you guys weren't to, you know, start a YouTube channel and you guys just want to build something similar like this, it's really up to you. You know, if you have love for cars, if you have love for this specific model, trim, and all that, you know, you're gonna definitely spend all the money you have. If you really don't, then just stick with the, you know, regular Camaro and just don't modify it. Just, you know, like, love the car in itself. But it's a hell of a car. I totally recommend one of these. Just not the, I guess, like the first year it was produced, like the 2016. Get a 2017 or a 2018. Those are like built to like last, because this one has a little bit more problems because everything's still not refined as it is on the, you know, newer cars. So again, you know, going back, yes, I actually do think that it's completely worth it. It's been worth it for me. I do struggle. You are gonna have to sacrifice a lot, you guys. And I mean, okay, so I'm gonna put you guys on the car because, you know, my hands are getting tired. But like I said, you guys are gonna have to sacrifice a lot of your time. You know, there's gonna be days where, you know, you're not gonna be able to eat out. You're not gonna be able to, you know, get drinks, get boba, Starbucks, anything you like to, you know, afford a car payment, afford stuff like that. But if it's what, you know, really drives you, if it's what, you know, you really want to do in life, then by all means, you guys, take your money, you know, put it aside, forget friends, forget everything. If this makes you happier than being at parties with friends, definitely save your money and use it on something like a car that makes you happy. You know, I've always told everybody, you know, I'm not really the person to be out on parties. I'm not the person to drink. I'm not the person to be doing drugs. You know, it's 2020, you guys, and a lot of people actually do that. But, you know, if you guys have love for stuff like this, go ahead and make yourself happy. If you're financially, you know, stable, make yourself happy. If you're not, then obviously don't go out spending money that you don't have, getting yourself in debt. So please, you guys, keep that in mind, okay? Don't do anything that's gonna cost you a lifetime. Try and, you know, impress anybody, because it's not about impressing anybody, okay? I've taken my time with this whole build. You know, my friends have a lot more money. They're a lot older. Most of my friends are just, you know, 5-6 years older than me, so, you know, they have a lot more experience, a lot more time, a lot more money on their hands, and they definitely beat me to a lot of things. But it comes with time. It comes with, you know, everything that comes with it. So, you know, you get to enjoy it a little bit more. And with that being said, you guys, you're always gonna, you know, hit, you know, patches on the road where you're like, oh, why does he have this? Why can't I have it? Well, it's just, your mindset shouldn't work like that. I believe, you know, if you tell yourself, well, you know, if he has a car just like that, how can I get a car exactly the same or even better than his? You know, that's like how your mindset should always like work. It's not about envying people. It's not about wanting what they want. It's about wanting something just as much or even more to have for your own, you know. And it's not about like rubbing in their face like, oh, you have an SS, well, I have a CL1, you know, whatever, dude. You know, no, it's not about that. You know, it's about sharing, it's about caring, it's about transforming everything and this world to be a better place. I personally believe that, and, you know, it's just my way of thinking. But I guess that's gonna have to conclude today's video, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I have to thank my dad a lot, my dad, my mom, because, you know, they taught me how to love my stuff. They, you know, they did a lot of sacrifice, and this right here is paying, or she'll pay eventually, you know, all that sacrifice that my parents went through, all that knowledge that my parents and my dad especially has tried giving me. That's just where, you know, that's where it's going. So I just want to say thank you to them. If they, you know, encounter this video and they watch it, thank you. And yeah, you guys, until next, without further ado, see you guys next video.